Hi everyone, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, Group Policy MVP and founder of PolicyPak Software. And we've been getting some questions about how to manipulate and manage Java with all the nonsense that came out in January 2013. And one of the things that we got asked about is how do we manage this security slider and also lock it down so users can't work around it. So as you can see, I'm logged on. Here's a guy called West Sales User 4. And of course, what you don't want to do is let your users reduce their own security. That would not be good, so don't let them do that. You may also want to update or change this check mark here. In fact, if you were to do this with admin rights and you click apply, well, you'd see that the user is prompted for admin credentials. Not good. And what you're looking for is a way to manipulate and manage this setting without the use of admin rights. And PolicyPak can deliver the setting regardless of the status of the user. So if I do give some admin rights here, you can see what happens. It will gray this out. That's all well and good, but then again, a user would need admin rights in order to deal with this. That's very cumbersome and not very popular. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use PolicyPak to manage these settings and ensure that this stuff is delivered the way you want, maybe very high security and also locked down so users can't work around it. So let's go ahead and do that now. I've already got the pre-configured pack for Java ready to rock on my management station, and I'm going to manage Java using PolicyPak. And we've got some other videos on the website for you to check out to do some other tricks with Java and PolicyPak, but this is sort of an update video here. So you can do this either on the user side or the computer side. We'll go to New Application, and we'll just go ahead and pick Java here. Now you can see I've got some other cool packs here like Acrobat and Firefox and WinZip, and there are over 50 other pre-configured packs, but we're dealing with Java right now. And when we click it, I want to help you go to is this security main. Okay, I have a tab here called security main. Now we don't have a slider for that, but what we do have is a drop down, and you can see that we've set high, medium, low, and very high. Now when you click on something in PolicyPak, when it underlines, underline means we're going to deliver that setting. Let's just do nothing else. Let's just deliver that setting just like that. So when we go, and just to prove I'm not pulling a fast one on you here, if I show you here, you can see it's currently set to medium as a regular user. So what I'm going to do is run GP update here, get the latest, greatest group policy settings. Now, I happen to be using group policy for this. You don't have to. You can, if you want to, use SCCM or Landesk or Case or Intune or any other technology to deploy your settings using PolicyPak. I just happen to be using group policy. So when I click on Java here, and I go back to security, hey, cool, it's set to very high. That's fantastic. But still, a user could work around the setting and just click apply. And that's not something you want your users to be able to do. However, one of PolicyPak's superpowers is that just by default, even if they're offline, PolicyPak will continuously reiterate those settings. So even if the computer is offline or in a basement or a submarine or something, those settings are always remediated and ensured. But actually, we're going to go the extra mile, and we're going to lock this puppy down and make sure that users can't work around it. So I'll leave it at very high just to prove a point here. What the heck, I'll go to medium, and we'll do two birds with one stone. So I'll go ahead and click OK here. I'll go back. Let's go back to the group policy editor here and go back to that security main tab. And what we want to do here is we want to right click and lock down this setting using the system-wide config file. So by doing this setting, what I'm doing is I'm delivering another change to Java which will lock this that whole slider down so users can't work around it. Okay, and now that that's done, let's click back on Java here. Go back to security, and there you go. It's set to very high, and users can't work around it. Now, you may also come up with a situation where you want to uncheck this checkbox, the Enable Java Content in the Browser. But if you tell your users to do it, they're going to get prompted with user account credentials. Not what you want to do. So instead here, okay, it says only disabled for this user. You want to disable it for everybody. So to be on the super clear side, to make sure everybody gets this, we're going to use group policy and PolicyPak to do it. So just to prove a point here, it's now currently set. Let's uncheck it and also lock this setting out so the user cannot work around it to enable it or disable it and don't get that UAC prompt. So let's go ahead and do that together. We'll go back here to PolicyPak. We'll go click on the security main. We'll uncheck this checkbox to enable Java content in the browser. And what we'll also do, we'll right-click this guy and lock down the setting using the system-wide config file. And by doing that, the next time we run GP update on the client system, we're getting the latest, greatest settings using group policy to deliver this, which will react for all users on the system, not just this one particular user. We'll wait till this is finished. Go ahead and rerun Java. And when we do this, click on security, boom, you can see that it's disabled. It says only disabled for this user, but it's not. It's actually disabled for every user. And I can prove that by logging off and logging on as, say, a new user, a guy that's never logged on before. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'm logged on as a guy called West Sales User 4. Let me go ahead and log off here, and I'm going to log on as a new guy called West Sales User 3. I'll give it a second to log on. Okay, now that we're all logged on, we're now West Sales User 3. Let's go over to Control Panel. We'll type in Java here. We'll go over to Java, take a look at security, and boom, you can see that it is in fact set to uncheckable for that user, and also the security is maintained at very high. I hope this helps you out. We have tons of pre-configured packs for lots of applications, so the next time a big security fire hits, if you are a PolicyPak customer, you've got this enormous arsenal to help remediate and deliver and enforce settings, just like you saw here in the Java Control Panel applet. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.